Hey, what's up folks, I'm David Space. Look, this video is solely for the people who are thinking about buying the new or newish Sony, what is this, FDR-AX100 4K Handycam, okay? If you're expecting anything else, a funny vlog video or a sketch comedy video, you are shit out of luck. Watch something else. Now, the reason I'm making this video for you people who may be thinking about buying one of these motherfuckers is because when I was getting ready to buy it, of course I need to do the research on it. I'm not dropping 2 G's on a camera without knowing if it's worth it or not. So I'm looking through all these videos and all I see is some bullshit. Some Japanese dude showing his kid standing in front of a lion at a zoo. That does not help me with my purchase. It really does not. I'm here to help you motherfuckers make a real decision the right way, okay? I purchased one, actually 2 of these motherfuckers, and I've been shooting them for a while, and I'm going to show you the ins and out of this camera, the pluses and the plus nots of it that most people don't tell you, and I'm going to get that information to you. Now, during this video, you may hear a lot of noise. I'm in my living room. My wife is on the side watching Facebook videos, so she might bust out laughing. The dog may bark, chase the mailman, and I may get sued, or my kid may come in here and hit me in the head with a wiffle ball bat. I'm doing this for you, okay? Don't judge. Well, Dave, this isn't very professional like most of the unboxing videos I see. Fine, you want unboxing? All right, here's the box in the video. It's been unboxed. I apologize for getting so up close and personal all of a sudden. Also, why should I get a 4K camera, Dave? Well, if you remember the difference between SD, standard definition cameras, and then when we switched to HD cameras, remember how good that shit looked on the TV? When everybody started getting HD TVs, same thing. You got 1080p now, but as everybody switches over to 4K TVs or higher, which will happen, it's gonna be the same difference. 4K is like 3 to 4 times sharper than 1080 HD footage now. So it's the same thing. So the difference between standard definition video and HD video, same thing for HD to 4K, okay? Soon everybody's gonna have 4K, 8K, 10K, 3000K TVs. And if you're using, 1080p, footage, it's gonna start looking muddy just like SD did back in the day. Now let's get to the facts, folks, okay? The FDR-AX100 Sony Handycam, it's not that big. As you see, I have nice size hands. Some say maybe small, but either way, boom, right in there. And this is the size of the camera. Nice size, good weight. I can do some curls with this, and I'm not tired. I'm not even tired. So, right off the bat, the camera's gonna cost you about 2 G's, okay? As time goes by, the prices will drop, but right about now, that's what you're gonna spend. You may have to spend another 100, almost 200 bucks getting some stuff that I'm telling you you should get. But for 2 grand, you can take it out of the box and you can shoot 4K. Wrong. You cannot shoot 4K out of the box, and I'll tell you why. Out of the box, they give you a couple of things. Charger, cables you need, and most of the time they do give you an SD card, which is what it shoots on. Boom, boom, excuse me. Bam, boom. Boom, they do give you an SD card. But what happens is, what they don't tell you, motherfuckers, is that the SD card that they usually give with this camera, no matter how big it is, 32 gigs, 64 gigs, you thinking, wow, that's a lot of memory. I can shoot all day with that. Well, you can't shoot 4K unless you need that kind of card to actually shoot 4K, all right? If you put a regular card in there, yeah, you can shoot. It's still HD, 1080p. But if you want to shoot 4K, it only shoots 4K on this card. Yeah, they didn't tell you that shit. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you, motherfuckers? Also, when you get the camera, right away, go online and see if there's an update for the camera. Okay, when I got the camera, I thought it was pretty good. It has its quirks. I mean, come on, 4K for 2 grand? It's not gonna do everything. So make sure you check for updates, folks, because it's like getting a new camera sometimes. It really made a dramatic difference in the autofocus and the tracking. Well, Dave, how do I put an update on the camera? Funny you should ask. What also comes in the box, boom, USB cable. All right? Now there's a little handy little thing right here, right where your hand goes in, pow, like that, It's like magic, boom. That comes out. One part of the cable, I've got labels and shit all on my stuff. One part of the cable goes in there, not that way, motherfucker. Boom, that goes, attaches to the camera like that, and then this end, of course, goes into your computer, you know, you whatever, follow directions, and you update your camera. Bam. So in the box, you get this cable, you get this remote, which is freaking handy to have a remote when you're shooting stuff. Especially when you're shooting stuff by yourself or vlogs or whatever, it's good to have a remote. Obviously, you don't have to keep running back and forth, hitting the camera. You got a motherfucking remote. It also comes with one battery, this little motherfucker right here. All right, one battery. Now, I think when I was doing the research on it, it said like the battery will last you an hour or a couple hours or whatever. Bullshit! If you're shooting 4K video, no, this thing will last you maybe 30 minutes. 45, I'm thinking 30. So what I did was I went on eBay, talked to my Chinese boys, and they came up with, well, bam! That's right, eBay. You can find one of these. They last you 2 to 3 hours, and it costs this much on eBay. Okay, so if you're gonna be shooting all day, you're gonna need a couple of them. Me, myself, yeah, motherfucker, that's the way I roll. All right, I have four batteries. They pretty much last me all day. Once one is dead, I throw it on the charger and I can rotate. She saw a funny video. And I can rotate and I'm good to go. So make sure you get yourself some extra batteries, folks. You're going to need them if you're gonna shoot a lot. Boom, clicks right in, boom, you're good to go. Of course, boom, lens cap, comes with lens cap, hood. Yeah, comes with all that good stuff. It also comes with the, you know, AC adapter. This is another way to charge your camera. It will charge the battery while it's on the camera. So that's what you get. You get this, and a remote, and an SD card that you can only shoot 1080 HD video. So if you want to shoot 4K on the camera, you gotta upgrade on that memory card. So boom, some of the features of the camera. Well, some of you may be in a hurry and say, Dave, should I get the camera or not? Well, I can't speak for you, but for me, I'm glad I did. I like it. It's a good buy. It has its limitations. I'll get into them. Features. On the side here, you've got, boom, these two little slots here. One is for HDMI cable, which I'm not showing you the HDMI cable that also comes with the camera because I'm using it to shoot this camera with another camera. That sounds so confusing, but yeah, HDMI cable goes here. Output, so you can put it to your HD monitor or TV, and then you have an external mic input also, which of course is very handy because, you know, external mics usually sound a lot better. You are actually hearing the mic from the actual camera right now, because remember, I'm shooting me with another one of these. So what you hear is how the mic actually sounds. Besides, you know, the normal house noise, I got the AC going because it's hot as a motherfucker. It is LA and it is hot. Another trick they don't tell you, the external mic, okay? Now normally you plug it in there and then you will put the mic on top there, right? Wrong, not as easy as you think. Now I had the original Sony video cameras when they came out, right? And I still have my original Sony microphone. This is an old microphone. That's what I like about Sony. A lot of the old stuff you have works on the new stuff. So I'm like, cool, I don't have to buy a microphone for this camera. And I go to plug it in, shit don't work. Doesn't fit, folks. Because this is a new hot shoe they have. So if you have an old Sony mic that you think you're gonna plug into this camera, wrong, think again, you're gonna need to get an adapter. And if you don't have an old Sony mic and you wanna use something nice like a Rode mic, Sennheiser, or whatever, and you got a cold shoe on it and you think you're gonna plug it in, wrong, that doesn't work either. You need an adapter. But there's two kinds of adapters that you can get for this. One is a straight adapter that turns this into a cold shoe mount, so you can put, you know, something like this right on it. The other adapter is what I have. And what it does is it lets me use my older Sony mics, lights, or whatever I need on this camera. So basically, boom, boom. So boom, you put that in. Now, boom. So now we're good there, and now I can go ahead. But boom, it slides on. Now I've got that mic. But if I don't want to use that, if I want to use a nicer Rode mic or something like that, external mic, you either use the first adapter I was talking about or use this, another adapter that you put on top of this bad boy. So boom, that goes there, and that's a cold shoe. And now I can go ahead and put, you know, whatever standard microphone I want to put in there and then plug it in. That's it. Okay, other features. You know, you got your wide, tight, you know, zoom right there. Also, you got a photo button to take pictures. The pictures it takes is 18 megapixels, 22 megapixels. Some really nice pixels, all right? Nice pictures can be taken even when you're shooting video, all right? There's a focus magnifier button right there, okay? And what that does is, you know, if you're trying to focus on something but you can't tell if you're focused or not, you know, it looks like it, but your eyes are getting bad and you don't have your glasses, hit that button a couple times, it magnifies whatever you're looking at, whatever image you're looking at, and you can see if it's in focus. What I love about this camera, it is totally touchscreen camera. I love that. It makes things so easy to use. I'm not gonna get into every setting there is, but here's another hint, tip for you. They tell you about all the good things it does, they don't tell you about some of the bad things. Now, like I said, I mean, it's 4K for $2,000. I mean, that's hard to beat. But I'm not a fan of this camera in low light. I'm seeing some pretty good grain. Now, if you've got plenty of light to work with, oh, outside, inside, or whatever, beautiful. I love it. Now, with the low light, there is a button that you can press that is supposed to help when you're shooting in low light conditions. And it does help, but I'm just letting you know, I'm not a great fan of it, but when I don't have as much light as I want, I do put it in the low light setting, obviously. And if you really want to bring out some colors in what you're shooting, make sure you put it in cinema mode. Cinema mode really brings out vibrant colors. It's beautiful. I love it. Like I said, you got plenty of light, great, but I'm not a fan of this thing in low light situations. So far, maybe there's a trick or something I haven't found yet, but just letting you know, that's one of the things I ran across. Also, rolling shutter. Oh, genius crust. For those of you who don't know what rolling shutter is, basically is if you take the camera like this, right? You want to quickly move over to see something over there, you do one of these, you would think you would see the whole picture go like this, right? No. Rolling shutter means everything does this shit here. So if you do a really quick pan like that, basically what you see on the screen is everything kind of do like a rubber band effect. Okay, this thing is horrible with rolling shutter. Now, that being said, like I said, it depends on what you're doing. For me, I just stay away from shots where I do this, okay? I can do this instead. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice and smooth, right? That's pretty. Just pretty. Nice and smooth. You do that, no problem. But you do this, oh, give it up, give it up. So just to let you know, they don't tell you that. Maybe they'll fix that in a future update. That'll be beautiful. But I'm just warning you right now. Like I said, everything is touchscreen. You know, you can tilt the viewfinder. That's great. You can go wide and tight here. All that's good. It's a nice size for viewing and seeing what you need to do. But me personally, you know, I try to shoot my shorts, videos, or sketches or whatever at a higher quality. And there's been a couple of times when I first got the camera, you know, you think you see everything because it's a decent sized little viewfinder, but you're gonna miss things, you know, focus wise. So if you can, when you can, I would definitely, you know, advise getting a, you know, a larger monitor to be able to, you know, see critical focus, because you're shooting 4K, folks. You're shooting 4K. Where is this camera pointer? Are y'all looking at my crotch? Oh well. I use this to set up the shot, you know, get my settings right. But, you know, before I get ready to shoot, I look at my larger monitor to make sure, you know, critical focus is good, and then you're good to go. I really love the fact that it's a video camera. I don't have to change lenses. It saves me a lot of time. As far as telephoto goes, man, this thing, you can go on forever. You can shoot from your mama's house who lives in Detroit all the way to my house in California, because, you know, digital zoom is just ridiculous. So you're good at shooting from a distance. The lens shoots pretty wide, but there has been a couple of times where, like, I'm shooting inside, I just needed a little more area in my shooting range and I couldn't back up any further. And that didn't happen often, but when it did, I was like, dang, I wish the lens was a little wider. So all I did was I picked up this wide angle lens, and all you do is take that bad boy off, take that off. And as you can see, you already see the difference in size of, you know, the lenses or whatever. Screw that bad boy on, bam, boom, you're good to go. And it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 30 bucks or something like that. But now it's stupid wide. I can shoot whatever I want to when I need to. So So back to this, totally touch screen and fully automatic. So I'm shooting 4K. If my actors are moving around, I don't have to worry about my focus getting messed up or whatever. I'm good to go. Tracking is good. I don't have to worry about things going out of focus. But of course, obviously, if I want to go manual focus, I can do that. And the simple, boom, with the flick of a button, you can change this ring to be either your focusing ring or it can be your zoom. Back here, you probably won't be able to see this. Doesn't matter. But you also have manual controls if you want for exposure, aperture, but it's not the aperture. What is it? Gain on the video camera. And what is that? Shutter. That's right. You have a wide range of controls, with this camera. I really do like it. Also, to save battery, got the eyepiece that comes out like that. I don't know if you saw it. So if it's bright outside and you can't see the LCD screen, boom, put your eye there, everything's good. I have very small hands. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Like I said, make sure you get some extra batteries. Make sure you have the right card so you can shoot 4K video. Make sure you check online for updates because those are the main things that I can think of right now. Don't forget, if you want to use an external mic, you might need to get an adapter. Should you get the camera? I have no idea. You might need to pay rent, and I would suggest you spending $2,000 on a camera. Might not be the wisest thing to do. But for me, for what I do in my work, yes, it's worth it. I'm very pleased with the camera. So if you do get it, hopefully you'll get a setup that works for you. I'm gonna show you my setup. This is just what works for me. I saved up a little bit and invested in it. And because a lot of times I'm a one-man show and this is what helps me shoot. Boom, tripod, right? And there's a Sony FDR-AX100, which is what we're using right now to actually film this. And it's on like a little halo rig. And as you see, all right, so there's the one HD monitor. Well, let's go to the back. So here's the viewfinder, like I was saying. I'll do all my options or whatever, settings, boom, boom. Hit the play menu, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, when you want to play back something, that's all you do. Just hit whatever you want to play back. Pretty cool. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But all your settings are there, whatever. Now, I'll get my shot. Let's go live. All right, so I'll set up for my shot. I'll set up for my shot there, okay? And then when I think I have everything, nice, set up the way I want, then I'll go to my larger monitor to make sure, I have critical focus. Everything's nice, nice and focused, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Here's the HDMI cable. Boom, it's going into this monitor. And then because a lot of times I'm a one-man show or whatever, or if I have somebody else behind the camera, I want to see, if they're shooting me, I want to see what's going on. I have the cable going from this monitor to this one, which is actually in front of the camera. So if I'm being shot, I can see, what the frame is and all that stuff. So that's just my setup. That's what works for me. So yeah, so that's that whole setup. So me personally, I have two monitors, just attached by little arms or whatever. So anyway, I hope that was helpful and beneficial and boring. Well, not the boring part, but I hope it helped you out a lot more than the motherfucking videos I was looking at. I hope I gave you all the information that will be very helpful, to you if you're gonna make that purchase. And good luck.